Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to our English class. My name is Wu Dan. Nice to see you again. In today's lesson, you are going to deal with the grammar problem you met with this term. Before starting today's lesson, please check if you have these things: your student's book, your notebook, worksheet, and pens. 请准备好你的课本、笔记本、学习单和笔。Shall we begin?
When you open your textbook, you can find the contents page at the beginning. The contents page shows what you have learned this term. I have rearranged the grammar items in the language column in a new table. This table can show you more clearly what grammar you have learned this term. In the previous lesson, you reviewed adjectives, adverbs, and some key words you had learned. Today, we are going to focus on modal verbs, tenses, and adverbial clauses. 本节课重点复习情态动词、动词的时态和状语从句。Let's start with the test questions you may meet with in your test paper. Can you choose the right answer? Mary, what's your choice?
In Unit 8, we learned that a strong wind may break windows. It is dangerous if we keep the windows open. Maybe I will choose C, need. In Chinese, the sentence means, 当台风来临，我们需要关上所有窗户。But I'm not sure.
Well, do you agree with Mary? In fact, many students, just like Mary, often use modal verbs based on their Chinese meanings instead of their pragmatic functions. 很多同学经常通过句子翻译来选择使用情态动词。这种做法容易造成答案的不确定性。In this sentence, we are giving people advice. We want to tell others how to stay safe during a typhoon. We use should when we give advice or make a suggestion. Should 常用于提供建议。So the correct answer should be B. When a typhoon comes, we should close all the windows. 我们应当关注情态动词的语用功能，来正确使用情态动词。在肯定句中 ，need 一般作为行为动词使用，而不作为情态动词。We usually say, when a typhoon comes, we need to close all the windows. We use needn't as a modal verb to say something is not necessary. We often use needn't in active response to a general question starting with must. For example, must I finish the painting at once? No, you needn't. How do we use can? We use can to show ability, possibility, or permission. For example, Linda can speak French. We use can to show ability. 这里的 can 表达某种能力。It means Linda knows French. We can see people flying kites when there is a gentle wind. Here, we use can to say it is possible for us to see people flying kites when there is a gentle wind. 这里的 can 表达某种可能。We use can to ask for or give permission. For example, can I come in? Yes, you can. 第一个 can 用于请求，第二个 则表示许可。We also use may to ask for or give permission. For example, may I come in? Yes, you may. Besides, we use may to talk about something that is possible but not certain. 我们用 may 表示不确定的事。Let's read the sentences on the screen. Peter may come back next week. He's not sure, so he hasn't bought the plane ticket. According to the second sentence, we are not certain if Peter will come back next week. Now, let's read some sentences and find out how to use these modal verbs. From the dialogue, we know that I'd like is a polite way to say I want. Would is a modal verb. We use would like plus noun to ask for things. Would like 后直接加名词，常用于表达对某物的需求。We use the question form to offer things. 而它的疑问句则用于表示为他人提供某物。Please pay attention. When someone uses would you like to offer something to you, if you want to accept the offer, you should say, yes, please. If you want to decline the offer, you should say, no, thanks. 当我们接受他人的提议时，我们应该礼貌回应 Yes, please. 当我们谢绝别人时，我们应该礼貌回应 No, thanks. We should always be polite to others, right? If you say that you would rather do something, you mean that you prefer to do it. We use would rather not do something to show that we don't want to do it. 我们用 would rather do or not do something 表示宁愿做或宁愿不做某事。Try to translate sentence into English. 我不想在下雨天出门，我宁愿待在家里。I don't want to go outside on rainy days. I'd rather stay at home. Do you know how to use must? We use must to talk about rules and laws. We use mustn't in the same way. Wearing red scarves is a school rule. We use must here to tell the students it is important to wear red scarves at school. Can you choose the best answer? Can we eat or drink in the library? No, it is a rule. So we choose B, mustn't, instead of wouldn't or needn't. Here, we can use can't as well. Still, mustn't is the best choice. Have to is very similar to must. We also use have to give advice. For example, you have to arrive at the airport 2 hours before the departure time. Please pay attention. Mustn't and don't have to have different meanings. 我们用 don't have to 来表述某事并非强制的，而 mustn't 则用以表示某事是法律或法规规定不允许做的。For example, he doesn't have to walk there. He can go there by car. We can also say, he needn't walk there. he can go there by car. I hope you have taken all the notes down. Now it's time to practice. Take out your worksheet and finish task 1. Let's check the answers. Exercise 1. 1. Mom, may I play football now? I'm afraid you can't. You must finish your homework first. It is important and necessary for the boy to finish his homework first. It's like a rule at school or at home. Mom can also say, you have to finish your homework first. We use can or may to ask for or give permission. Mom can also say, you must finish your homework first. Then you can or may play football. What about need? Yes, you need to finish your homework first. 2. You are too tired and weak. You should stay in bed for a few days. We use should to give advice. If we use can or may here, it sounds like we are giving permission and staying in bed for a few days is allowed. In fact, we want to show our care. We use would in polite offers. For example, would you like to stay in bed for a few days? 3. The plane ticket says all passengers must arrive at the airport 2 hours before the departure time. It is a rule, so we use must here. Exercise 2. 1. They don't have to buy enough food for all the students. 2. The notice says we mustn't leave rubbish here. Don't leave rubbish is a rule. We use mustn't here. Besides using modal verbs, some students also make mistakes in using tenses. Complete the dialogue with the given words in their proper forms. Let's check. Please pay attention to blank 3. We use the present perfect tense for an action in the past with a result now. She has gone to Beijing on business. Mary uses has gone to because Rebecca hasn't come back yet. Have been to 表示去过某地并已回来。Have gone to 表示去了某地并未回来。Please remember, we use the simple past tense instead of the present perfect tense to ask when or what time. So Bob asks, when did she leave? Let's have another try. Complete the sentences with the given words in their proper forms. Take out your worksheet and finish task 2. Let's check the answers. 1. Lily went to London for traveling last summer. Last summer is a finished time, so we use the simple past tense here. 2. Lily will go to London for traveling in the coming summer holiday. In the coming summer holiday shows the action will happen soon. We use the simple future tense here. Number 3. Mary bought some fruit and then went home happily. From the sentence we know the actions happened in the past. So we use the simple past tense here. 4. Mary has bought some fruit, so we don't need to go to the supermarket to buy any. We use the present perfect tense for an action in the past with a result now. Here are some tips for you. When we deal with the tense problems, we focus on time adverbials and the context to look for hints. Remember to circle the information that can help you use the tense correctly in each sentence. I've got another test question about tense. Can you choose the correct answer? 虽然这是一道考察时态的语法题，但里面也包含了状语从句的知识。We use if in conditional sentences to talk about the result of a possible situation. If clause is one kind of adverbial clauses. If 用以引导条件状语从句，意思是如果。The verb in the if clause is in the simple present tense, while the verb in the other clause is in the simple future tense. So the answer is C. The children will have a sports meeting if it doesn't rain tomorrow. 划线部分就是条件状语从句。Can you find other kinds of adverbial clauses in your textbook? 你还能在课本中找到其他类型的状语从句吗？ I can see people flying kites in the park when there is a gentle wind. We use when to talk about the time at which something happens. 划线部分就是时间状语从句。Many students like running in the playground in winter because it helps them keep warm. We use because to say the reason why something happens. 划线部分就是原因状语从句。You may take notes by completing the table below. Take out your worksheet and finish task 3. This table can help you better memorize and understand how to use adverbial clauses. You will learn more about adverbial clauses in future. Don't forget to add notes to this table. Now it's time to practice. Take out your worksheet and finish task 4. Let's check. 1. We like making sandcastles at the beach because it is interesting. Number 2. Mr. Smith hears the birds singing when he is walking to his office. How do you choose the correct answers to these 2 test questions? Here's a tip for you. Choose the correct connectives according to the meanings of the sentences. Number 3. If you go to bed early tonight, you will feel better tomorrow morning. 4. His mother called him Robbie when he was a baby. Tip 2. We need to pay attention to the tenses when we use adverbial clauses. I have a challenge for you. Write about your favorite season. You should write about reasons why you like this season best. You may share your wonderful experience during your favorite season. Try to use at least 2 tenses and at least 1 adverbial clause in your writing. Please take out your worksheet and finish task 5. My student Mary would like to share her writing. Let's read it. I think Mary has done a good job. Mary writes about her favorite season, winter. From her writing, I can tell that she really enjoys the activities in winter. She shares her beautiful memories in winter with us. Mary uses different sentence types to help keep readers interested. She uses 3 different kinds of adverbial clauses. She uses when and if to write about what she usually does during the winter. She uses because to write about the reason why she likes winter best. When she shares her beautiful memories in winter, she uses tenses correctly. She uses the simple present tense to show what she usually does in winter. She uses the present perfect tense to show where she has been to during the winter holidays. She uses the simple past tense to show what she did with her aunt in winter last year. Good job! Let's sum up. In this lesson, you reviewed how to use the modal verbs you learned this term correctly, such as would, have to, must, can, may, and should. You also reviewed and practiced using the simple past tense and the present perfect tense. You reviewed and practiced using the adverbial clauses of time, condition, and reason as well.
After class, please complete the exercises on your homework sheet. So much for today. See you next time.